This is the #1 requested video in the comment section, and it pisses me off. It makes me wonder who you actually are. And more importantly, what do you guys actually want from this channel, and why do you keep coming back? If I'm being optimistic, I would guess you're craving the truth. You're tired of being milked for every advertising cent in exchange for your attention and excitement of watching things that you can't even freaking afford. You're tired of that shit because you've done it over and over and over, and you have nothing to show for it. You've started with the home tours, you went to the mansion tour, you upgraded to international. Now to get your fix, you have to watch yacht videos. You've gone to the dance, never learned how to dance, and you never freaking got the girl. And you call this aspirational content. And when I see you in your darkest hours and asking, Arvin, show us the perfect mansion, man, it makes me feel like you're still a junkie in rehab, and you're still looking for one last hit, one drop of excitement, one last fix without being disappointed. My name is Arvin Haddad. I am the How to Buy a Mansion guy, and this is my favorite modern mansion with all its flaws and all its beauty. And I want to go over the flaws right now because I want to get it out of the way. All right, before I show you guys the Architectural Digest mansion tour video, I want to show you guys the flaws through the photos to also establish the layout, because that video is going to confuse the crap out of you guys. First and foremost, the #1 flaw is that this is a 4-story structure. That's not the worst part of it. The worst part is that from the ground level, you have 3 up and 1 down, and the primary suite is at the all the way top, the 3rd level. So it means you have to take 2 sets of stairs to get to your primary suite. But what even makes it worse is that there's only 1 other bedroom there, meaning it's not perfect for families who like to have the kids around them. It's only really good for a bachelor or someone who only has 1 kid. The second element that I want to cover is that the property has a private driveway, but the driveway is so tightly attached to the actual building that you don't get to see the building. So anticipation is there, but there's no curb appeal. Okay, the only way to see how beautiful your property is, you got to send out a drone to see it. You know, this is taken from a drone. The other element I want to cover is that when you get to the front of the property, you still have to reposition yourself, but that's not the worst. Your swimming pool is in the front lawn. Now, first time you will see this property, you would think that that's actually a water feature, but it's actually your swimming pool. I will show you guys in later photos. Now here's the formal living space, which is kind of your wow factor when you walk in. No flaws over here. The kitchen is really small. There's no sugarcoating it. It's a very small kitchen for an ultra high-end mansion. You do have a beautiful chef's kitchen, but still, the regular kitchen is very small, and it attaches to the family room, which is awesome because it opens from all directions. And this is actually your swimming pool, which is on the front yard side. Here it is. Here's the outdoor dining that they didn't show in the tour. I think it's really beautiful. You had to see this. And this really helps you establish the layout. This is the front door walking in. If you turn right, you will go to the kitchen and the family room. If you continue walking straight, you will see the formal living space, and then you will see the dining room. And then if you turn around behind where this picture was taken, you will see the door that opens up automatically to the bar or the wine room. Okay, here's the primary suite, which is on the 3rd level. Here is the spa, and this is another flaw. This property is in a major fire zone for $83 million. If you're even able to get fire insurance, which I don't think you would be able to, it would be hundreds of $1,000s a month, because the chances of fire is pretty high over here, and the building is extremely expensive. So it's just, you know, companies would not insure this property, most likely not, okay, unless you have amazing relationships with them. Now, you have a lot of outdoor spaces, you have a lot of terraces on different levels, but you do not have a sport court of any kind. You don't have a basketball court, you don't have a tennis court, you don't have a bowling alley, which you would normally expect in this price category. Now, you're thinking, Arvin, how much should I actually pay for this property? First, you should know that tech billionaire Austin Russell paid $83 million for this property. Property prices have gone down in Pacific Palisades, but not as much as you would think. According to ZipSmart.ai, this is the website I've created, it's, you know, it's still a stable market, but it's forecasted to be down by 5% by September with 57% confidence. So it's going to become more of a buyer's market. But let's compare it to Beverly Hills, for example. Look at this. Beverly Hills is in a buyer's market already, and you have 95% confidence that it would stick into the buyer market territory, which means prices will continue to come down. Now, this app basically does what you ask your real estate agents to do. You ask them, hey, Mike, how is the real estate market? And, they kind of scratching their head because they don't know how to answer that question. You're really asking them to go take a look at 30 different housing indicators for your particular zip code and then give you a buy-in signal in their head. It's just a stupid question to ask them to do. That's why I've created this app, because it really answers that question way better than any other human. Now, let's look at the map. Now, here's the property. Now, another issue with this property, you could say has a really, really good view, but it's not just perfect, okay? You get the Queen Necklace view, which I rate as the best view, but you don't get the downtown LA view, which is right here. There are two properties over here that get all of it, and there are a couple other smaller ones here get it. But again, very good, but not the best. And how much I think it's actually worth today. Tech billionaire Austin Russell paid $83 million for it. I think back then was probably worth more like, maybe 65. I think in this market, it should probably fetch somewhere around $55 million. It's highly emotional property. And if any property is going to surprise me, it would be my favorite property. Let's watch the video together. All right, let's stop it right there. Look at that private driveway. This property, it's actually, the lot is kind of weird. You're backwards to the view, but what amazing developer can do is take the negative and turn it into a positive. How has Artie, the developer here, done that? He's given a long private driveway that wraps around the property to reposition you and bring you on the right side of the view. So when you get into the property, you're not backwards to the view. And you kill two birds with the same stone over here. You get that anticipation, right? Like that private driveway everyone in the ultra high end really wants, and you get to reposition.
Welcome to the iconic San Onofre estate.
Okay, iconic. Look, I think this property has the potential to be iconic. For a property to be iconic, it needs to do a couple of things. First of all, it needs to architecturally be significant. I think this property is. It needs to push the envelope architecturally forward. This property does that. It needs to be in the right location and right setting. I think it is. And then it also has to be either historically or culturally significant. It has to be either politically, I don't know, it needs to have some sort of pedigree, either infamous or famous. And this property just sold so quickly off market, it never got the attention. So to call it iconic when a lot of people don't even know about it, is one of the reasons why I want to make this video and bring attention to it, because I really think it's significant. I think it deserves to be iconic.
This was built and designed by Artie Tavangarian of the Aria Group.
Now, Artie is going to give an interview over here. I've never met him. I've never interviewed with him. He's by far my favorite developer designer in LA. He's a designer, he's an architect, and he's a builder. So I think his encompasses three different elements to bring the whole cohesive design together with one mind. That is experience. It's key because he can foresee the decisions that he will make in one area, how it would impact another area.
This 20,000 square foot home took years to build and is integrated into the Santa Monica Mountains.
Today we're going to see a primary suite that convertibles to the stars, a spa retreat, and a theater that'll blow your mind.
This home is truly a masterclass in simplicity.
Unlike the other homes, this home is for lease, and it's on for lease at $350,000 a month.
Let's go inside. Upon entering, you cross over a travertine bridge that crosses water, and it leads you to this grand foyer with 22-foot ceilings. This
is the foyer. You do get a wow factor. It's a little bit delayed, right? The foyer is pretty large. You have to pass it. But right here, if you make a right, it goes to the family room and the kitchen, which in this video they don't cover, but my editor is going to show you the video from another footage that we've got with this brilliant videographer who videoed this property, and it's an incredible space. As I mentioned, the kitchen is really small, but it opens up to this family room that is completely open on three sides. One side goes to the lawn, the other side goes to the outdoor dining, which is magnificent, and on the other side is the swimming pool, which opens up with a kind of a hangar door, aircraft hangar door that opens up. Incredible feeling, vibe.
Is a sculpture unto itself, and it is independent of any surrounding walls. And this is one of my favorite features, this bronze door, and this is a material you're going to see repeated throughout the house. I absolutely love this unique space. In this dining room, you see the compression again, which creates such an intimate space. We also have the matching fireplace with the board form concrete. And as you move along, you feel that great reveal in the living room.
All right, great reveal. This is really interesting because, as I said, it's a 3-story from the ground level, but the formal living space, it takes also the upper floor, the second floor. It's massive. It opens up to the whole view. But one thing I want you guys to pay attention to, how little wasted space in this property is. And without a single hallway, all the spaces connect with each other effortlessly. So when you walk in, there's this dividing wall, board form concrete, that is a main architectural element of the property. But that wall separates the family room and the kitchen to the formal living space. But beside that, there's no other hallway. It's just seamless. And then he uses different elements, all earth elements, to separate the spaces. Like, look at how the dining room ceiling is lower than the formal, where it's appropriate to have slightly lower ceiling heights, right? Again, he does it so effortlessly, so cohesive together. We're going to talk about the color palettes as well, and the fact that all the rooms open up, the formal living room to the lawn and to the outdoor dining, is just beautiful.
So it gives that contrast. And it's also completely adorned by the Albertini glass windows that are all automated. So follow me into this room, which I absolutely love. This room is
it's so tiny, right? It's the bar, but again, he makes it work. It's cozy, it's intimate, it's all about the elements. I want you to pay attention to the color palettes here, okay? Wood floors and then travertine floors over here. A lot of other areas, he chose wood floors. And it's funny because while this property was being built, everyone was using white oak floors. He decided to go with French oak floors, which is darker and riskier, but he plays it off with the travertine and the stones he used. They just complement so much of each other. And he uses also a lot of symmetry. He uses kind of the same material in 2 different areas in the same room, which brings it together. And then he makes it pop out with an external element like this bronze bar that he brings here. And he does it with different type of stones in other rooms, but he keeps the palette consistent. It's mostly a brown palette, but to me, it doesn't look, you know, sad. It looks cozy, right? There's just earthy elements in it that makes it very, very cool. Now, we're going to see one of my favorite rooms in this whole area.
There's a fireplace for warmth. You have this bronze bar that is completely clad with marble on top, and it is actually a wet bar with a sink. Behind me, you'll see a wine cellar that holds 1,200 bottles of organic Aria wine, which is made right here in the Pacific Palisades. I also love this reclaimed antique Tiffany's piece of furniture. You have another indoor-outdoor moment.
Look at this.
Here with the walls of glass that open up. So you have a fire pit inside, you have a fire pit outside. And once you get out here, you have a built-in sofa that's completely luxurious.
This is one of the best views in the entire house, okay? And he chose to put a see-through white curtain in there where it would tease you. It would tease you, would tingle your sensations. Just dream what's on the other side. And you just kind of, the wind picks that up, it moves it open, it gives you a glimpse of the view, and you're like, wow, like where the hell am I? Or like, how good is this wine I'm drinking? What Artie does incredibly well, every room is positioned at the right location within the property. Every room wows you. It's just, you know, I'm speechless. Like, who would do this? It just... I can't say anything anymore.
And both of these rooms integrate that indoor-outdoor feeling, which is so important to the designer.
Welcome to the wellness.
Okay, now we've gone to the basement, okay? As you can see, there's an entrance for your car gallery halfway through the private driveway. If you wondered how the hell the cars got there, it took me a long time to figure this out. But this is where your movie theater is. This is where your bar is. This is where your wellness and spa is, okay?
An entertainment level. Beautiful furniture, seating areas everywhere, fireplaces, this beautiful bar, one of my favorite stones that I've ever seen. It's the Tiffany blue onyx that's backlit.
Most developers would see this beautiful onyx blue, you know, stone and, you know, make a whole wall out of it, right? Just get carried away. No. He uses the right amount to offset the brown. Otherwise, it would have been too brown. Pay attention. Again, it's the same dark wood floors on top. You got the same stone on the walls, but he gives you that little pop, a little, color to just snap you out of it and not get depressed, right? Just be happy. We're about to have fun. We're about to have a drink together. Let's enjoy the moment together, right? Brilliant. It's so cool. Just enough. Just enough.
This is the auto gallery, and there's a turntable so that you can pull your cars in and then turn around and go out. And what's so great about this auto gallery is, there you go, nature, the Santa Monica Mountains, fresh air.
Now, I've talked a lot of about 𝗕𝗏. Let's talk about Architectural Digest. Look, 𝗕𝗏 actually does a really good job, cover the property from beginning to end. You understand the layout very well. You see every single freaking room, and it makes my job to critique the property so much easier. And it's one of the main reasons why I love critiquing his properties, is because he does such a good job covering the property. And above all of that, he scouts the property so well to understand when to film the property for best light. And look at Architectural Digest. Look at this. What is this frame? It's overexposed. They didn't even freaking bother to scout the property and shoot at the right angles with the right time of the day. They didn't do that. And they confuse the crap out of you to try to figure out the layout. It just goes on to say, with all the budget Architectural Digest has, the video quality is not good. It's just literally not even 4K. And they pan the camera so fast that the image lags. They suck, You got to give credit what it's due. 𝗕𝗏 does a way better job. He's miles away as far as production quality goes than Architectural Digest. And Architectural Digest has like 6-7 million subs on YouTube, and they have a name they've been trading for a long time. But obviously, they're not putting the time and effort to freaking make an awesome video. As 𝗕𝗏, he does literally movie level production.
And this also acts as a stage, a nightclub where you could have events at nighttime. You have the stage up there, you have the DJ, people down here dancing, entertaining, and having fun, benches everywhere where you could sit, put your drink.
Okay, I don't buy this as being a nightclub over here. You obviously can, you got to bring an interior designer to really put some flowers in and really put a dance floor in and turn it into it. To me, it still looks like a car gallery. But yeah, I can see you turning it into a kind of a nightclub.
And this is a dual auto gallery / entertainment level. Now I'm gonna take you to the wellness center. Follow me. This is the wellness wing. Look at how big this gym is. It's indoor, outdoor, and it's a gym that's gonna...
How many gyms have you seen where they use these vintage, equipment? It's so easy to use, even the Techno Gym or all the top brands, but who the hell goes out of their way to buy the vintage brand new gym equipment? You see, the number one element to be a good developer is to make money, and Artie does it amazing. He's one of the very, very few developers who actually makes a ton of money. And he sells his properties like this. He sells like $75-83 million properties like they're $4 or $5 million. He sells them that quickly, okay? And it's because he goes all out. There's times where you should look after your budget, and there are times that you shouldn't. You really should spend all the money because you're at the upper echelon, the ultra high end. There is no cap, okay? There's literally almost no cap. And the cost of material, labor, and everything becomes so insignificant in that scale because you have ridiculous margins, anything above, $40-50 million, and especially when you buy your lands as far as cheap as he has for all these projects. So he buys these lands, it takes him 7-8 years to develop it, and by then typically property prices have already significantly appreciated, which puts him in the green in a major way. We'll talk about his flips and the numbers later in the video.
Even the gym equipment is this beautiful, tasteful walnut that never goes out of style. And then you step out here to the balcony and you got this vintage Rocky bag. This is a bag that you would see Rocky working out on. And then follow me. See this mirror? This is a sliding door that hides the spa center, and it completely opens up, and now you're in the spa. You have your chairs for your manis and petties, and then sliding behind this is the massage room. 2 tables for you and your favorite person to get a massage next to. Japanese-inspired cold and hot.
Okay, how many spas have we covered in my channel? You're a subscriber, you've watched my videos that have a spa, many of them, but how many of them with a cold plunge and a hot plunge, and more importantly, not like facing a wall or in the basement? Look at where he has positioned the spa. Exactly where it's supposed to be, on the canyon side. It just, you bring the right material, right finishes, in the right location of the property. It's brilliant. Again, I keep saying brilliant. It is. He nails it.
And this beautiful onyx wall. I call this cloud onyx. I've never seen an onyx like this. Oh, and I love this too. So when you're freezing in there, you can put a little warm water on you just to cheat. So it's everything you need in the house. You feel the chi.
This staircase is a piece of art, and this takes you up to the owner's suite, so follow me. So just up these stairs, we are landed here in the pajama lounge, as we like to call it. This room is really meant for the family.
So it's the upstairs landing area, upstairs living area, but it's cool because it opens up to a huge terrace that is for the family itself. And remember, there's only one other bedroom on this floor, so it's not for like a huge family.
To watch TV in their pajamas or to hang out and play board games. Just off of this pajama lounge in the Zen garden has a cedar spa that Artie uses in every one of his projects. It also has a 200-pound bronze Buddha that came from Thailand. So the family gets to have their intimate indoor experience and also their Zen-like outdoor experience. So we're gonna head into the primary sleeping quarters. This is all protected by a biometric system. The entire house is keyless. So what this does is it scans your retina or your fingerprint for recognition to let you in. Safety and security is...
Look at this, like he's decided to not like give you a safe room. Your whole primary suite is a safe room.
Primary features of this house. And when you come in here, you immediately can take a look at this boutique-like closet. There are two sides to this. Come with me inside here and take a look at this gorgeous millwork throughout. There are glass custom closets, and of course, this beautiful onyx that is backlit. Across the hall here is every woman.
So I love the fact that closets, his and her, both feminine in style. It's insane that how much Artie actually pays attention to the need of the woman in the family. He really builds the property for both the husband and wife, right? The feminine and the masculine energy.
We keep going. We will see, again, the primary hallway connecting us to this luxurious bathroom. Take a look at this exquisite stone. All of the stones are imported from Europe. And in here you have these wonderful privacy drapes and blinds, so you can completely make this room private or you can open it up to the view. One of my favorite features is this shower, which is a steam shower, but it also has a fireplace within it. Down this staircase is a secretive room that is a full glam squad.
This is so cool. Again, thinking about the woman in the family. And my editor will show you footage of this area from another video that we've found. This is brilliant because if let's say this individual wants to get ready, right? The glam squad doesn't have to come to the primary suite where the husband is getting ready, right? They can enter from the second floor to this lower level extension of the primary suite where there's plenty of closet space. There's a whole glam bathroom. There's natural light coming in and a patio. Again, you write it off as the woman in the family taken care of. Check.
This is probably one of the coziest suites you've ever seen. From all of the amazing textiles and beautiful features, but the most important thing that we have here, with just the touch of a button, you can be lying in bed and stargazing.
This would be the ultimate want for a bachelor billionaire, right? I mean, not that the house is not impressive enough. At a touch of a button, the ceiling opens up and they can see the star. What a surprise would that be, right? It just, all these wows, I'm telling you, all these moments, it just, did I maximize the sleeping situation, right? Would the bachelor be super, super happy sleeping over here? What element can I give them that would wow them? And it just, he keeps doing this in around every single corner. It's amazing.
Around the bed, you have this fabulous sofa that was put right in front of the fireplace. A must-see before we leave the owner's floor is the terrace. So this outdoor terrace was really designed for the privacy and the use of the family. So you have this wonderful glass Lexan pool.
I don't think it's really a pool. It's more of a dipping pool because I don't think it's too deep. But it's a water feature. Let's be grateful for it. You have a huge terrace. Again, you see the view, you see the city side, and it's massive. It's pretty big. You know, it has a lot of outdoor spaces, this property.
This is right off of the primary bathroom, and it opens up just for the use of the owner. Up here, a really cool artifact that Artie found in his travels is this greenhouse. He found it in Paris and he flew it back in pieces and had it.
Are you kidding me? An artifact, a greenhouse, a French design in a modern house. Again, and it works. It works. It's another moment, okay? Like the rest of the house wasn't enough. No, you need to have a special moment in the upstairs terrace where the family hangs out too. You do. Because that's how you sell a property quickly. That is how you open up the buyer pool. That is how you create moments that it will make the property irreplaceable. Where a billionaire comes is like, look, I fell in this property 6 times over in 6 different rooms. I can see another billionaire falling in love with this property. And I'd rather pay full price or very close to full price and lock this property out, you know, before someone else buys it.
Constructed and put back together here in the States. Inside, it has complete heaters and it has weatherproofing windows. We're told that Jennifer Lopez, when she visited the home, loved this as one of her favorite places to sit in all of the home.
We are now in the office and study.
This is actually another flaw of the property that I forgot to mention. Just show you on the map. This is the glam squad. This is a secondary bedroom. This is another bedroom, guest bedroom, guest bedroom. So 3 bedrooms on this level, right? The glam squad, these stairs connect to the primary. This is the glam squad bathroom, okay? And this is the patio for the glam squad. And this is the office. Now this office opens up to the living room, family room over here, and the primary suite over here, and all this area, which is not ideal. I can't imagine you taking phone calls, you know, notifying the whole house what you're doing. You get really good views from this angle, but I don't actually think you can get work done when people are home because it's going to be loud. It's not going to be pleasant.
And it has incredible views. You have this incredible Ferrari modern chair. And the juxtaposition is this rocking chair from the 1920s. And right outside from here is the balcony, where if you're having a big meeting and you need a breath of fresh air, you step right out here and you look into the Santa Monica Mountains and you take it all in. And there you go, the beautiful board form curved wall. It's connecting. I could talk to you about the details all day long, but we're lucky enough to have 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗕𝗓 here himself to explain to you about this incredible board form curved wall and all the outdoor amenities and all of his materials, details, and design.
All right, before Artie starts, I want to point out one other thing. This is your outdoor dining that really got very little coverage. First of all, I want you to pay attention to the fact that it's got pedal stone or fine granite floors where you can dig your toe, you can feel the texture, you can ground yourself and feel earthy. The second element I want you to pay attention is that if you're sitting on the left side, you get the swimming pool as your backdrop and Santa Monica Mountains. And if you sit on the other side, you're going to get the Queen Necklace view, downtown LA view, and the lawn as your backdrop. What a freaking moment again, right? And you could be in Napa, right? Napa Valley. You could be in Tuscany. It takes you away from where you're supposed to be. It delivers on that moment.
This particular home is about how people can become very comfortable in the environment that they are. In process of doing that, the analogy of barefoot luxury is about you could be here.
He's going to go deep on barefoot luxury, which he's branded it his own, which is brilliant. But I kind of want to talk about architecturally about this property. What does it look like to you? To me, it looks like a nest, like a bird's nest. You see that board form concrete grab side of it? It holds the property together. It's like hands, like just nature is creating this little sanctuary in there. To me, it pushes the envelope forward. It's an innovation in the modern design. It brings earthy elements, nature, and it really, you know, innovates the modern design in a new direction that has not been done before. And that's why I think it's worthy of saying it's an iconic property if it becomes, you know, more famous and known around the world.
Barefoot, walking around the whole place and feel really, really comfortable. The environment and the environmental psychology of how the environment really actually affects your emotional experiences. In reality, the wall is the main support of the house. And in its materiality, we use a board form concrete, but using the earth colors, which is actually using beach sand in the integration of the concrete. So if you take a piece of this concrete and walk around the Santa Monica Mountain, you think it just came from the earth.
So look, he incorporates the natural elements around. He kind of always has fire, water, and earth in all his properties and really brings it together. And again, I saw one of his other properties on San Onofre when it came out. I think he bought that one for 11.1 million in 2014, and I saw it when it got listed in 2019 for $75 million, and it sold fairly quickly for how expensive that property was. And that property was different, and that property had major flaws. It wasn't even level with the backyard. It had a lot of flaws, but you could see, I remember first time seeing that property, it was like, I haven't seen this form of modern before. Even that one that was done 2 years before this one was pushing the envelope, and he keeps doing that. And I think that's what's required from modern architects, right? Traditional, you just have to copy the past, right? And execute in the perfection of, the past and just be authentic to the past. But with modern, you have to innovate. Otherwise, what the hell are you doing? You're being a traditional modern architect. Why would you want to do that?
This is one of the 5 guest suites, and every guest suite has its own balcony and connects you to nature. There's the Santa Monica Mountains again. You could stare at this all day. And there's another really cool feature, the hammock. And this is the designer's way of saying, don't take life too serious. We're still in the guest suite, and you have all these really cool wood pocketing doors that completely disappear into this great living room. And there's all sorts of different features here. And there's a lot of vintage, cool pieces of furniture to connect you with the modern and the old. And then you have this Calcutta tub, this clear window, touch of a button, these shades come. For privacy, this is true barefoot living. And when I mean barefoot, it means hang out, relax, and enjoy life. Here we are in another guest suite. And what I really want you to take in is, this is a modern home, all the beautiful woods, organic materials. And I love these blinds. These are aluminum shades and they go to fully blackout. How great is that? And I can tell you this, they're not cheap. But like anything in this house, it's the best of the best. And there's one budget in this house. There is no budget.
Look, I don't give agents who do tours as hard of a time as I do to the mercenaries, right? Because I know he has a fiduciary responsibility towards the owner to present it, and he's not just going to show the property. This is a very small part of his job. He has to negotiate contracts. He has to do showings. He has to help with the inspections. There's a lot that an agent does, right? It's not and trust me, a lot of agents bullshit, and I will be the first to tell you a lot of agents would bullshit. Most of them would, I would say, bullshit a lot. But I can't give other agents as a hard time as I give the mercenaries, who go out there and just point at stuff and name the finishes and stuff. To me, it's just not the same.
We are now in my favorite room of the house. This Art Deco.
This is a huge, risky move. 1960s, in the age where everyone goes for comfort in a movie theater, right? Cozy, popcorn, fluffy, like you can veggie out on like you're paralyzed from neck down, just get in the freaking couch. He decides to go with the formal structured 1960s, very sophisticated, kind of a lecture room movie theater, which doesn't even look that comfortable. I love the way it looks optically, very, very beautiful. It's pure class, okay? It's really about how comfortable these chairs are to me. Otherwise, I love the movie theater. I think it's really cool. But again, very ballsy, like risky, right? He decides to make it retro, bring it back, Give me something different. And it's amazing. You got to hats off, right? Like hats off. Thanks.
Theater is inspired by Radio City Music Hall. It's 18 seats. It has an office-like feel, so you could also give your talks here if you want to have meetings in here. You have these clouds, invisible LED lighting that is all hidden away. This beautiful custom leather from Tuscany, Italy. It is the most gorgeous theater. I wish you could see what I'm seeing.
Honestly, it doesn't look comfortable. I'll be the first to tell you, I love it. I love the way it looks. I think it's really cool, but I wonder if it's comfortable.
All the red velvet drapes, touch of a button, go away. It's a 20-foot screen. The best acoustics, sound, quality, and picture. This theater is absolutely mind-blowing. Thank you so much for taking the time.
All right. So what is it with Ardie? Now, I'm going to link the video I made about Ardie, about his equation to success at the end of this video. But it's all about the moments, right? I think his signature element is obviously the barefoot luxury, he calls it. I call it kind of oriental modern, same thing, right? But it's about also the architect, design, builder, where he foresees where to put the rooms. I think the room layout allocation to have no waste, have the right experiences, rooms in the right locations to maximize the experience an individual could get from a property. He does it better than everyone else. And he makes a ton of money, which I love that about him. But if you guys want to know what Ardie's equation to success is, I have a video for it over here. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.